Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Hope everyone's doing good today. We're gonna check out the TWID today for April 4th, 2024. Don't mind any of the noise in the background. I got 6 cats, so you might see some of them running on the wheel. You might hear some of them shifting around in their litter box. So maybe you'll get a little cameo down here in the kitty cam. Anyways, let's go over what we're going to be talking about in the TWID today. We got a recap of the developer livestream that happened on this past Tuesday. The Final Shape developer gameplay preview on April 9th. That's going to be happening this Tuesday. This coming Tuesday. They're going to show us some gameplay, early gameplay of Final Shape, what they've been working on during this delay. So I'm really interested to see what they've been working on. PvP Strike Team update. We got a weapons balance update. Reduced cost of strand fragments. That's good. I'm still looking for some on my hunter. I've been lazy to not pick them up. New light tutorial skip and new light kit. New light experience wallpapers. Updating the default chat experience. Iron Banner returns. Again, I mean, we got Iron Banner going on, but Onslaught Legend Challenge details. So we're going to be getting a Legend version of the Onslaught Horde mode next week. Player support report. That one always gets me. Art and movie of the week. All right, let's get into it. So this was a recap of the developer live stream that they had on Tuesday. They went over everything that's kind of coming on Tuesday, the returning to Whisper missions and all that. If you want to go check that out, go ahead and check that out on their page there. They got some great pictures here from the Whisper mission. Man, this room is awesome. I love this room. Some of the images from the Whisper mission are the most iconic images ever, I feel like. We announced the reprised versions of 2 classic exotic missions, the Whisper and 0 Hour. These reprised versions will retain some familiar elements of the classic missions, but you'll also find updated puzzles, encounters, rewards, and triumphs, as well as new secrets to discover on Legend difficulty. The Whisper will be available on April 9th with the launch of Destiny 2 Into the Light, and 0 Hour will be available in May. So it's good to know that the Whisper will be available right at launch on Tuesday. I'm not a big fan of them time gating 0 Hour until May. I think that's a little silly. I think they realistically, if they wanted to time gate it, they could have time gated it maybe a week until the following week, which would be, I don't know what, April 15th? I got bad math. I hope that was right. I hope that's the Tuesday. Eris Morn wants to pick your brain. Nothing creepy. She just thought she could use your memories to shape an updated version of a weapon that would be very useful against the Witness. Yes, it's Whisper of the Worm. Ooh. Are they giving us a little hint here that we might be in a sniper, maybe a War Priest meta from King's Fall DPS kind of spot? Yes, it's Whisper of the Worm, the exotic sniper rifle that lives in your power weapon slot. Just be careful when jumping around in the dark, because sometimes we don't remember things like we used to, and you don't want to drown in the deep. Ada 1 has a mission for you. We need to go back to the old tower, this is for 0 Hour, to take down some fallen pirates that want to get a hold of a very powerful weapon of our past. And maybe, just maybe, face a scary robot called Trevor that feels very lonely and wants to give Guardians a hug. Oh yeah, he wants to give you a hug, alright. The updated and craftable Outbreak perfected exotic pulse rifle is waiting for those who manage to avoid him and finish on time. I'm really looking forward to that, man. I can't wait to get some crafted perks on this. Like, I'm excited for rewind rounds. I know everyone's excited for rapid hit, but it's got a good reload. So I'm excited to just continuously shoot over and over and over and get some nanites going. Additional crafting options. After obtaining the crafted weapon from each of these reprised missions, new quests will become available. This will allow you to unlock additional crafting options, including upgrading each weapon's unique intrinsic behaviors. A new quest will become available each week for 3 weeks. Treating this as revision 0, where you got to do it each week to get each one of the intrinsics to upgrade the stats and such, and allow you to get more perks, to put the rewind round perks on Outbreak and such. In addition to new exotic weapons you can also earn reprised versions of the classic ships. The Whisper will offer a new ship with an updated look, Carve of the Worm, inspired by 1,000 Wings, while 0 Hour will offer Vimana Junker, if I said that right, also with an updated look, but built on the frame of the scrap CF71791, inspired by the Outbreak Perfected. Alright, now we're getting to the PvP maps. I had a breakdown on the live stream. If you want to come check me out on Twitch, I was reacting to the live stream that they had on Tuesday. The PvP maps looked amazing, man. They looked really, really good. As we mentioned in our February 2020 TWID, we are excited to release 3 new Crucible maps on May 7th. So we're getting the maps on May 7th. This time getting stuff, man. Don't get me started. While these maps will also be available in 6v6 playlists like Control, they have been specifically built with a focus on 3v3 game modes in mind, including Dominion, Survival, and our newest mode, Collision. With the new maps, you'll get to enjoy the backdrop of new locations you've not yet explored in PvP, including Europa, Neomuna, and the terraformed pyramid ship. Alright, so the name of the maps are going to be Eventide Labs, Cirrus Plaza, Dissonance. You're going to be able to re-customize your character. I don't think they're adding any new customization options. We'll go over it quick. We revealed our plans to add character customization. During this week's live stream, we announced the character's re-customization will be coming in Destiny 2 Into the Light, which is on April 9th. Without the cost, so it's going to be free. To do so, simply launch Destiny 2. You'll notice a new option when you hover over your character at the character selection screen. A lot of shushes going there. While you can change the body type, face, hair, head, and markings, keep in mind it won't be possible to change from one origin to another. So you won't be able to go from a human to an exo or an exo to an awoke. You're also going to have an additional name change. So anybody out there who's still named Marasov's, or Keitel's Cheese, I'm not gonna finish that one. So if you guys want to change your names there, go ahead. Pantheon. All right, so this is what I'm really excited about. This is going to be the raid boss run through that they said that's coming on April 30th. You'll have an opportunity to face raid bosses in a weekly challenge with escalating difficulties and rewards. This is a chance to rally your clan or use your fireteam finder to take on this challenge. We'll have more details as we get closer to the release. I'm almost hoping they're going to reveal that next week, because if it's going to be reprised raids, any bosses from old reprised raids like Callus or Valkaur or the Scourge of the Past boss, that would be really exciting for the community, and that would be something they'd want to save for next week's live stream. So tune in to that. I'll be on Twitch too, breaking it down if you want to come hang out. We also share details on the New Light experience. Yeah, they touched on you're going to be able to skip New Light. You're going to have some upgrade packages for you at the tower. So if you have new friends that want to get into the game, they can get into the game very easily now. They're going to have Thunder of the whatever gods, where they're going to get Thunder Lord and Exotic. They'll get their subclasses. They can get right into the game with you. So this is them talking about the gameplay preview. We're going to kind of start to skim through this a little bit here. This is the emblem you can get for watching, I believe, 15 minutes of their live stream on Tuesday. It's a really nice emblem. I might just pop it open for 15 minutes. This one's for watching 1 hour, and this one's watching for 2 hours on their Into the Light live streams. So this is going to be the update from the PvP Strike team. This is going to be what everyone's really wanting to look at. So for competitive, we're making some changes to game modes available in the competitive playlist. We're removing Survival and Countdown Rush and replacing them with 3v3 Clash and Collision. Wow. Okay. And for Collision, we've changed some zone placements on maps like Dead Cliffs and Vostok based on feedback from labs. Now you guys let me know down in the comments, because I'm not a huge comp player anymore. I've kind of fallen to the wayside and gotten a little casual. So you let me know what you think about these changes that I'm going to read over here. As for Clash, we'll be swapping the ammo meter system for the ammo crate system. They used to have this in Destiny 1. Collision was tested in labs with the ammo crate system, and it was designed with that in mind. But internally, we've also been testing with Clash. My cats are playing with a bag behind me. The benefit of the crate system in the Clash game mode specifically is that it continues to promote map movement and helps disincentivize passive team play, which can occur when there are no on-map objectives to otherwise encourage flow in and out of engagements. I really agree. So they're talking about when people camp, sit back, team shoot, and they don't want to push and just wait till they build their special up. Now with a special box in the game somewhere like a heavy brick, we're all going to actually have an area that we're gravitated towards, and they can use this as a way to gravitate us towards areas and PvP maps that we don't usually go to. So some of those bigger maps that they have expanded areas on the side that we never usually go to, they can put special boxes there. That will then bring traffic to those places and prevent the camping and team shotting, sitting back waiting for special. I really like this change. This change will result in a small net increase in special ammo availability and competitive compared to the ammo system, so there's going to be more special, as well as still being an overall reduction from the pre-update. So there's going to be a little more special than right now, but a little less than what there was pre-update 7.3.5. So let's see what they're going on with trials. So in trials, it doesn't feel quite right. So the first 2 weeks of the update will be experimenting to gather in additional information. So they're going to be doing something. Okay, they're going to be testing some stuff out. The first week of trials will be running what we refer to as the unrestricted special ammo crate system. Unrestricted, okay. Where all 4 ammo crates spawn every round, 1 by each team's initial spawn and 2 in neutral locations. And players will have special ammo drop it on death. Oh, and special ammo will drop on death when you are killed. Okay. We will use this to draw a baseline for an upper limit of special ammo in the trials environment. So we're gonna have 1 by each team spawn and 2 in neutral locations. Okay, so we're really going back to Destiny 1, man. This is what we had in Destiny 1. We had these kind of special ammo boxes. The second week we'll be moving to a restricted version of ammo crates, where only 2 crates spawn each round, the 1 by each team spawn, where players will still lose special ammo on death. They will not drop ammo bricks. This variant will end up with special ammo availability being between the current ammo meter system values and the previous respawn values. During these first 2 weeks, we will gather a substantial amount of data and feedback on how both amounts feel in play. To inform future tuning of the special ammo system for trials, the plan is to return to the current version of the ammo meter system in the 3rd week of trials. Now, I believe there's no trials this weekend because there's Iron Banner, so. Not swap. In competitive 7.3.6K, so I'm going to kind of start to just kind of briefly go over this because I don't want to make this like a 35-minute video, so I'm going to... What are you guys doing? Is he being mean to you, Misty? I got 6 cats, so the boys and the girls are playing. My bad. But anyways, I'm gonna skim through this a little bit more so it's not a 25-minute video. So so not swap. Not swap. Obviously, when you switch an exotic in a game of Crucible, you lose all your abilities, you lose your super and all that. So they're adding to not swap. Okay. So if you change the ammo type of a weapon in your kinetic or energy slot, so they're saying if you change like from a shotgun to a fusion rifle, if I'm getting that right, if you have conditional finality in your kinetic slot and you swap Die of Soul, yeah, so you can't even switch. All right, terms of service update. We've updated our terms of service with a focus on matchmaking manipulation. Moving forward, intentionally manipulating matchmaking to gain an unfair advantage, whether using Smurf accounts or an external third-party tool, will be a bannable offense. This includes attempts to bypass any of our matchmaking systems, including outlier protection, ranked, and fire team-based matchmaking. A Smurf account is defined as an account that has been intentionally deranked or sabotaged. This effect will have no players who in legitimate fire teams of mixed skill, for example, those who are helping other players. So people who are doing carries on trials, they're fine. In addition, all initial warnings or bans will be manually reviewed by the team. I wonder if this is a change because I don't think they've been reviewing it manually by the team. So they got a correction to the patch notes. In competitive, they changed the competitive values, whatever. The post-game trials weapons will now grant the weekly weapon. For example, if the weekly adept weapon is the summoner, all post-game drops will drop. All post-game drops will also be the summoner to make it easier for the people to target farm. Good. Good. I like that. That's good. I'm hoping it's going to be Igneous Hammer on the next week. Check out my Igneous Hammer review because you're going to really want to pick that gun up for Into the Light and Final Shape. Alright, so we got a balance update. Wow. So this I said I didn't want to make this a 20-minute video, but this is a juicy TWAB, so this might be a long one. But I'm going to try to go over this quickly. So they're getting a buff. They're giving a buff to breach-loaded grenade launchers. It's getting a buff of 40%. This works out to roughly a 15% damage buff. And they reduce disorienting grenades radius by 15%. So blinding grenades got a nerf, but the grenade launchers themselves that use blinding grenades or disorienting grenades got a buff in damage. Lightweight bows increased the base damage by 6%, so that's like Monarch and Wishender. Nerfed the 450 damage in PvP, so like Amit and Summoner is getting nerfed in PvP. They're touching on the hand cannons, so precision hand cannons can 2 crit, 2 body, low resilience guardians, and more easily get 3 crits with damage boosts. So they're giving precision hand cannons a base damage increase of 6%, and adaptives are getting a body shot damage of 1%, and a critical hit damage increase of 4%. Pulse rifles are seeing an increase of body shot damage of 3.5% in rapid frames, 1% in critical damage. Lightweights are seeing body shot damage go up by 6%, crit damage going up by 3%, adaptives body shot damage going up by 5%, crit going up by 2%. And then we got rapid fire scouts increasing the base damage by 2%. And then precision shotguns corrected a rounding issue that caused precision shotguns to require 1 extra pellet to kill max resilience guardians. Alright, Whisper of the Worm. They're given a buff to the reserves, increased total ammo from 18 to 24. 1,000 Voices, increased total ammo from 7 to 11. Quicksilver Storm, increased shots to trigger rockets by 50%. Reduced grenade area of effect damage versus combatants. So they're reducing the grenade launcher effect when you like proc it and then you shoot the grenade launcher. That's crazy. Last Word's getting a base damage increase of 6%. Forerunner's getting a base damage increase by 6%. Recluse is back, so Master of Arms, the damage bonus is now only 15%. Magnificent Howl, the number of precision final blows before reloading affects the total rounds granted with increased range and damage. Precision final blows while Magnificent Howl is active extend the effect for additional rounds. It's going to be good in PvE, man. I'm telling you, don't sleep on it. Micro Missile. We redesigned this perk to be a weapon intrinsic and rebuilt to do less direct damage versus players while giving it dramatically more self-physics impulse. So you can shoot it at the ground, it won't hurt you as much, and you can go flying in the air. Retuned its PvE damage to be competitive with breach loaders and granted it a slightly increased reload speed. Well, that's nice. Permeability fixed an issue where this perk was causing the Slammer Sword to get stuck on strand. This is going to be a Crucible only change. So reduced flinch taken by all primaries by 15%. Wow, that's big. That's going to be a big difference, man. Increased precision damage by 11% to address this. So Sunshot got a precision damage increase. Wishender reduced base damage by 5% and corrected some weapons getting incorrect ammo. So Bastion, certain fusion rifles were only getting 1 shot, like main ingredient. They're now going to get 2 shots. They reduced the cost for strand fragments, so if you're still looking for any of those strand fragments that you need to pick up on Neomuna on your other characters, they're going to be easier to get. They're talking about the new light skip. We already went over that. We can kind of skip over this. If you got new players getting into the game, it's going to be very good for them to get in. It's going to be easy for them to get in. They'll get 2 legendary weapons, 1 exotic weapon. They'll get 4 rare armor pieces and a class item and subclass abilities. I'm trying to record a video. My cats are just being a menace. Elliot. Elliot. Hey. Leave Misty Kitty alone. Cats, man, I tell you. Alright, so we got some new light experience wallpapers. Ooh, these are actually sexy. I kind of like these. You can tell they threw these together real fast, though. I'm not going to lie. Wow. Okay, these are cool looking, but like what this screams to me is that they literally had to throw something together so fast for the art. Hey, it looks good though. I like it. Don't get me wrong. I just would have expected something a little more personal for Into the Light and not just snippets of the subclasses. But it's fine. It's not that big of a deal. Updating the default chat experience. So on April 9th, we'll be updating the text chat to auto join chat channels by default. When you log in, you'll immediately see other players chatting in game and can jump right into the conversation. So you're going to be right into game chat, right into text chat as soon as you get into the game. But you can turn that off in the settings, I'm sure. Onslaught on Legend. So yeah, we know there's going to be a Legend version. The first 3 fire teams to complete all 50 waves of Legend will receive a Lord Shack 7-inch mini replica helmet per fire team member. Wow. That's sick. Well, there you go, guys. April 9th, hop in there right away. Try to get that Legend run, 50 waves. If you guys want to help me try to get that done, let's do it. We can hop over onto my Twitch on Tuesday. We'll go in there on Legend. We'll try to get those 50 waves done and get yourself a Shaxx helmet. So that's gonna do everything. That's gonna do it for everything. So we're just gonna look at the known issues. We got guild and guiding games doesn't alter the gilded counter. Season of the Wish versions of the Dreaming City weapons are not dropping the shaders, burnished and blue shift dreams. And the last right, Scout uses the same visual appearance as the Prophet. All right. That's everything for this week. We can't wait to see everyone dive into next week's update, Onslaught. The Brave Arsenal weapons, reprise exotic missions, character recustomization, and the list goes on. Remember to pace yourself, take breaks as needed, and make sure to follow our Destiny 2 team accounts, as we'll be monitoring the update and responding to questions and feedbacks. Should be a fun week. I'm really excited, man. I'll be streaming all week into the light. I'll be streaming the developer live stream that they're having next week on the final shape. Maybe they'll even show us something about the Pantheon raid bosses game mode coming. But yeah, if you guys want to come play with me and Into the Light, come hang out on my Twitch channel. You're more than welcome to play. And I think that's going to do it for today. So if you guys enjoyed the video, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe. You know I got to say it. I got to beat it into your head. Anyways, you guys have an egg sandwich just for me.